All right, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but when I got started in the video game community, I was actually a video editor. I got very good at video games, but to kind of make a name for myself, I started by editing a lot of Call of Duty montages. So for the first few years of creating video content, I basically just taught myself how to edit. I learned how to use After Effects, I learned how to use Premiere, I learned how to use Sony Vegas, I learned how to use some 3D motion tracking software like Buju and Cinema 4D. And this was way back, I think in like 2013 maybe. I downloaded all these files on my mom's laptop and I just taught myself how to edit. As the years went on, I got into editing a lot more. I edited a bunch of montages. I started getting into YouTube video editing and I ended up editing hundreds of my own YouTube videos that exist on this channel. And so about 4 or 5 years into editing video, my best friend Tristan decided that he was trying to get into music at the time. We were really young, so he started to learn how to use Ableton. And then in his senior year of high school, he applied to a really dope music academy out here in LA. It's called Icon Academy. And he applied out of Cleveland, Ohio, and there was a very slight chance that he would get into the school. So before he got the results, if he was accepted or not, I told him that I would pay for some of his tuition. I would give him $10,000 to go to LA and pursue, like, you know, music education. If he got accepted into the school, like I said, there was like a really small chance for him to get in, but he ended up getting in, and I ended up giving him $10,000 so that he could go to LA. But I gave him one condition. I said, I'm willing to give you this money and you never have to pay me back, but you have to basically give me all the info that you learn at your music school and teach me all the programs that you learn, all the different effects that you learn. So the way that I taught myself how to edit music, edit audio. I would listen to songs, I would hear a certain part of the song that had a certain effect that sounded really nice. I would figure out what that effect was called, and then I went to YouTube and I would type in how to do that effect on Ableton, and there would always be a video tutorial on how to do it. I would learn that, I would practice it by using those effects in my own music. Little by little, I sort of built up the knowledge to edit music, edit audio, and I just started making beats, started making a ton of beats. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I was trained in classical piano. I played the piano for a lot of years, and I really practiced hard for like 5 or 6 years. Who knows, if I didn't put absolutely all my time into playing video games and producing video game content when I was younger, who knows if I would have ever made it this far. So thank God at the end of the day. When I hit like 21 years old, I had a lot of experience making YouTube videos and producing video content. And I had been making beats for, I'd say, about 2 to 3 years. And at that point, I kind of wanted to try something new, or I just wanted to expand my, you know, ability to create. And I really wanted to make a song. And so a rapper named RSK and a production duo by the name of Udem Beats, Panda and Cody, I squatted up with those dudes at their house in the LA Hollywood Hills, and literally that night we came together and we made the record that is known today as Woah Kemosabe.
Woah Kemosabe, got myself a hottie, hotter than a Rari after robberies, I'm sorry, I said.
Yeah, it was super dope. I mean, from the what I remember, I kind of just showed up in the studio, it was great vibes. But yeah, that was my first experience, like making a full song in a studio with other people, and it was super fun. I also ended up doing a vlog at that same studio, maybe about a month later with some of those dudes. At the time, I lived in Newport Beach, California. They lived all the way over in West Hollywood, which is a really long drive. It's about an hour and a half to a 2.5 hour drive, depending on traffic. I really wasn't able to make that drive like 2 times a day. So what I would do, I would drive from Newport all the way to their house, and then I would stay there for about a day or two. I would sleep on their couch. We basically made sure that all the time that I was there, we used to make music and just produce beats, cut vocals, come up with ideas for albums, or, you know, just anything music related. While I was at their house, we were just grinding for it from the second I woke up till the second I went to sleep. So I would stay at their house for like 2 to 3 days, and we would just make songs, song after song after song after song after song. I ended up making maybe like 30 to 40 songs with those dudes over the course of maybe like 2 months. Out of all those songs that I made, I decided to pick one to put out as a single. I think this was 2 years after I released Woah Kemosabe. I decided to drop a song called Get Loose.
We wanna ball and get loose. It's something that she like to do.
Probably my favorite record that I put out. I really love the music video that we put together for it. Filmed and edited by an excellent director, videographer, editor. His name's Louis Knows. He's made a ton of really sick music videos, but personally, I think the one that he made for me is the dopest, which is really cool. It was an honor working with him, and we had all the homies in that music video too. I really loved the record. It was my first solo record. I helped on the production as well, and yeah, it was just a really cool vibe all around. I really with it. Then after I put out Get Loose, I put out another single called
Half of it. I swear the taste of success is so bittersweet, but I ain't one to complain. No, woe is me. You probably wouldn't get it unless you had these memories.
My favorite song that I've made to date. It's a very personal record, and it really, I think, showcases a lot of my ability as an artist. And after I put out Get Loose, I actually had a couple of really awesome opportunities. I was invited to be a part of the Genius interviews, which gave me a lot of exposure, especially in the music industry. I was able to start working with a lot of very cool producers. Yeah, but after I put out Get Loose and half of it, I really didn't put out too much music for a long time. I'm kind of a when it comes to putting out music. I don't know, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's a smart thing to do. I don't know, I really haven't put out too much music when it comes to all the stuff that I've made. I guess I really have only put out a couple of singles when I maybe should have put out a project by now. Maybe I'm just waiting to do it. I don't really know. At the end of the day, like I just kind of make it and then it comes out eventually or it doesn't. I don't know what my music career is. I just know that I like making it and I'm kind of nasty at it too, low key. Anyway, I only put out a couple singles. I put out Get Loose and I put out half of it in like the 2019 era. And I started playing video games heavily on Twitch, which happened in early 2020. I got really into Warzone, and through Warzone and streaming to Twitch, I actually got linked up with T Grizzley. He was trying to get into Twitch streaming at the same time as me, and he kind of just built up a connection with me. We would hop into each other's stream chats, and then one day we started gaming together, and we played video games together for a couple months. Every day just grinding out Call of Duty, streaming together, and one day he had found out that I was also making music at the time. He listened to a couple of my songs, and then while we were on stream, he asked me if I wanted to come to his studio and, you know, make something with him, potentially produce for him, whatever.
FaZe.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So look, I heard you be making music, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, I make music. Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck with it?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I work really hard on it. Yeah.
Man, you gotta send me some of your shit, bro. Matter of fact, look,
Yeah.
I got a studio session tonight, low key. You can pull up and we can do some shit, man. That shit'll go crazy. We already play the game together all the time. We might as well get one in. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you. Tonight?
Tonight.
Yeah, I pulled up to the studio literally that night after the stream, and I showed him a beat, and he thought it was really dope. He said, all right, it was literally like the first beat I think that I showed him, and he thought it was sick, and we made that song that night. And you know, honestly, it took me a little bit of time to write my verses and make it sound really cool. But T Grizzley literally heard the beat, he listened to it on loop for a couple times, and then he hopped in the booth and recorded his verse. It was literally one take, and that was that.
All of them love on us, cause we take the dubs with us. Competing, you gon' need 100 and up. We stand on the business, button us up. Take one home for the team. What do you mean? Tune into the stream.
Take Keith was there too, legendary producer who's produced a lot of Drake songs. He was chilling in the studio too while we made that record. And that's pretty much where my public music career has ended so far. That was the last record that I put out. Put out another record called Replay and Why You Mad as well. Ever since then, I kind of moved on to a little bit of a new genre. Not a new genre, but I sing a little bit more now and my vibes are a little bit more pop, maybe a little bit more indie as well. So I guess another question that a lot of people had in our last video was how could you get into the music industry? And really, one thing to really enjoy listening to music and be good at listening to music and memorizing vocals and different instruments, but get to learning an instrument. Get to learning how to use a DAW, just a software to make music on. And it's actually really not that difficult to do. A lot of these programs you can get trials. You can get like a 30-day trial. So if you know you have a lot of time on your hands and you're willing to learn a program, you can download a program like Ableton for free for a trial period. And then day by day you can get better and better, and then you can decide to, you know, end up getting the full version. And then the second best option I would say is to either go to school and learn from a trained professional who's there as a job to train you. Because you can learn a lot in school, but you can also learn by just getting in the studio with other people who are really good at making music. That's not always very easy to do depending on where you are in the world. You might not have access to really good producers, really good studios. There's always master classes online that you can take and pay for where you can get a lot of information. But the place that I personally learned the most, more than any other person, is just YouTube. Like I said, I would figure out a new effect to do in my program and then I would look it up on YouTube and I would learn from people posting YouTube videos. There's a YouTube video for literally everything. Starting at square one is just creating, getting as good as possible at that. And that takes time. And then once you've kind of gotten past that, you can move on to figuring out how you're gonna release that music or creating connections to get a record deal or not doing it. Maybe just building a platform for yourself and releasing music independently by promoting it through free social media platforms like TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, anything like that. So really the world's your oyster as long as you can make dope shit. Now let's go react to Woah Kemosabe, watch the music video. It's been a while since I've seen the music video and I think it's getting close to like 10 million views, so let's go check it out. Oh wow, dude. So I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I noticed. I don't know if it's a bad thing to notice, but literally the first thing that I noticed about the music video, or just like looking back at footage from this old, is like, dude, I was a lot skinnier, bro. I was a lot skinnier. Like in the face and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I guess it was just because I was a lot younger too, but you can really see how young I was. I must have been about like maybe 21 when we filmed this music video. But yeah, it was filmed in Newport Beach, California. We filmed it at a really beautiful house that we were staying at. We decided to rent like a beautiful mansion villa in a beautiful private living area in Newport Beach for a year. It was our first year out here in LA, and we kind of wanted to ball out. So that's what we did, and we lived in this beautiful house. The rapper that I made this record with, RSK, he ended up renting a Lamborghini for a day to use for the music video, and it's a really cool blue Lamborghini. I still have all the clothes from the music video too. Oh snap. That Lambo scene, bro. Dude, it's crazy. We were driving through our gated community with the Lamborghini with both the doors up. And I think there's even a scene a little bit later in the music video where like I have my foot on top of the Lamborghini. I don't even know, dude. We were doing some crazy stuff, but the shots ended up being sick. Yeah, one of the performance shots that we decided to do was this shot in the garage where we lined up kind of like all the cars that we had. We had the Lamborghini, and then Norden was dope enough to let us use his R8, I guess? No, not his. I'm tripping. Did he have an R8 in Newport? Bro, I'm so tripping. I know he had a McLaren in Newport. I guess we had an R8 for this music video, and then we also had Norden's Tesla. So I guess Norden let us use his Tesla, and then the R8 and I think the Lamborghini were rented cars. But we had all these cars in the garage. Looked super cool. Seasons at the lobby, feeling like a Bari. I said, oh no, I'm not sorry.
Start living that life. I just wanna live it like Mike twice. I've been on the court like night. I just wanna ball all night twice. Come get your wife. I just find out that she's not gonna like. I ain't really messing with the messing on my time up and down. Like I'm getting no service on my time. Oh yeah, Bentley, GT.
Yeah, I need that. TikTok, bottom up. Yeah, I need that. Dude, such a good song, bro.
Yeah, I need that. Little team,
Big dreams. Now I'm on track.
Bright stars all in my run. I just wanna sit recline, fun. I was on the move, my grind. Now we in the middle of the prime time.
Man, we had some really sick shots in this music video. The editor and director was a super cool dude too. I haven't seen him since we made this music video, so I hope he's alright. Yeah, that was the shot right there. Where I had my foot on top of the side of the Lambo.
I said, Woah Kemosabe, seasons at the lobby, feeling like I'm Bari. I said, oh no, I'm not sorry.
Woah Kemosabe, up on my Kawasaki. I'm driving through the city like somebody's trying to stop me. Yeah, I had to pick a Molly, I hit her like a hobby. Ice in my safe, cause you know she tried to rob me. Yeah, ooh, so fresh, so clean. Yeah, Molly's shitting shotgun.
Oh, that shot's so dope.
Yeah, diamonds on my chain. Yeah, they sparkle like a dream.
Wow. Dude, what's crazy is I remember so much of this so clearly.
Watch me grow.
95, 2 doors high, ready by my side. By the time she hit my line, I need to know.
Dude, I mean, what can I say, bro? What can I say?
We got the Gucci store. I said, Woah Kemosabe, got myself a hottie, hotter than a Rari. After robberies, I'm sorry. I said, Woah Kemosabe.
I'm just gonna let the video play out before I say anything. Oh, wow. That was the first time I watched this music video back in a long, long time. Been a fucking minute. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Like looking back at this music video, like I'm more proud than ever of everything. It's so fucking cool, bro. I mean, very low budget music video, but it's just like real as fuck, bro. Like just so real. They did like the whole production crew, which is really just the videographer, the director. you know, he just stepped into our life as it was, and like, it was so real, like the music video. And I'm looking back at some of these dance moves and stuff, and like, I can't dance for shit, bro. And like, but I was vibing, dude, and I was just keeping it real, bro. And that's the beauty of all this. It's just also authentic, bro. That was the first ever fucking single that I made, ladies and gentlemen. First song I ever released, and it was a pleasure to work with all the people involved, Cody, Panda on production, and then RSK obviously doing his thing. He's one of the best rappers I've ever worked with still to this day. Super unknown dude, but freaking nasty. But yeah, guys, that's been it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of just wanted to take you guys more in depth into a big passion of mine that I have. And I know that some of you guys were asking for a video like this too. So I hope you enjoyed. And it would be cool if I continued releasing some of this music, putting it out, continuing the story and the journey. All right, my camera dude just said, he said you should tell him that if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll release the song. You know what, I'll do it just because I don't think this video can hit 10,000 likes, but if it does, then sure, I'll release that song from the last video. Yeah, that's pretty much been it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.